Hey, what's up YouTube? Scotty Tradition, back with another video. Just got off work a little bit early today, so just kind of hanging out around the house. Got two things that I picked up the other day that I want to show off. And but first, gonna go through something else I got in the mail. Got the YouTube Hall of Fame patch in the mail, so that's pretty sweet. Haven't decided exactly what I'm gonna do with it yet, or if I'm gonna put it on like a hat or a shirt and walk around with it around town. I already called my work on Monday, and unfortunately they said I still had to come into work this week. I couldn't take the week off due to my Hall of Fame induction, unfortunately, so that's okay, I guess. But so the patch is pretty cool. Probably just gonna keep it around my desk or put it in my card room somewhere. And I just want to say, thanks so much to everybody who actually took the time to make a video and include me in their vote. It's a big deal just to get voted for once or even a few times. Much less as many votes, as I was able to get, obviously making the Hall of Fame. So just really, really cool, and super stoked about it, and just can't thank everybody enough. If I did make a video a couple days ago, if you want to check that out, it just kind of highlights all the channels that voted for me, and I'm trying to draw attention to them, and my hope is you'll go check them out, trying to put a name to their channel. And what was amazing throughout this whole process is there was even people that, I didn't even necessarily follow their channels a ton, and I made sure that I'm following them now. And you just never know what kind of effect you have when you are on YouTube and you're talking. You don't always know who's watching. Many people watch, they don't comment on videos either. So it was just truly a cool thing to be included with some great channels too. I mean, all of the channels that were voted in this year were just amazing, all of them. I'm just honored to be among them, to be honest with you. Many of the people I've actually met this year down in Chicago at the National, so it just makes it that much more cool that you actually can put a real life face to the name of the person. So super happy for everybody. And even if you look in the next like 11 to 20, 20 to 30 range channels, they're all so amazing. I mean, these channels are all as good, if not better, than my own channel. So hopefully we can keep this thing going, and we can get each one of the channels that are deserving into the Hall of Fame. That'd be great. So just want to say thanks to everyone who participated in the contest, not just for voting for me, but in general. It's just great. It's like a YouTube civic duty at this point. I just think, get on there, talk about channels that you like, and if that channel gets enough votes, then they can be in the Hall of Fame. Simple as that. But at worst, you've at least talked about a channel that you like and have given them notoriety at the very least. So I think that's important, and that's the true underlying meaning of the whole contest, I think. So thanks to everybody who participated in the YouTube Hall of Fame. So I did get a couple items in here. I had a day off work last week and went to a local shop and picked up a couple items. I didn't know I was going to pick up these items when I went into the shop, but I decided not to leave without them. I wanted to get something. So first item is a 1959 Topps Bobby Dillon in the grade of PSA 8. Bobby Dillon is going into the Hall of Fame with this Centennial class. I've showed a couple of his cards on some recent videos, so go check that out if you haven't. But Bobby Dillon was a secondary player for the Packers, still is the all-time leader in interceptions. So this one's graded an 8. Just really like the centering on it and thought it was a neat card. I love the 59 Topps set. There was actually a fair amount of unopened material that was found within the last 15 plus years or so. So that's why if you look at 59 Topps in particular for football, there are a couple high-grade examples here and there. Obviously, the Jerry Kramer that I have in my collection is graded a 10, so that'd be one of the examples of that. Probably a card that was found in that new find from a few years back. And the second item I got was this. Check that out. It's the dedication program for the new Packers Stadium. Just freaking awesome. I've wanted this piece for so long. It is a basically the dedication program that you can look at the date there. 1957, September 29th. The Packers actually upset the Bears this day. But before that, what had happened is the Packers played at City Stadium, which was by Green Bay East High School. And the NFL in the 50s, like 1956, 55, basically said, you need to build a new stadium. You know, City Field is not doing it anymore. It's made of wood. You can't expand it. And actually, Milwaukee County Stadium was built in 1953, I want to say. And they actually hoped to lure the Packers down there to play their games, because they had played a game or two down there anyways. So they had thoughts about luring them away. Well, of course, Green Bay, was going to build a new stadium, and that's what they built. So 1957, this was called New City Stadium at the time that it opened. Just a beautiful stadium. You can see the big football player coming out of there. These make great display pieces, along with the cards. They're just awesome. And that was in 65. In 65, it was then finally named Lambeau Field. But in 57 is when it opened. So it was called New City Stadium for the first 8 years. And then after Curly Lambeau's death in 65, it was renamed at that time. And there's been some renovations over the years. Back when it was at Green Bay East High School, it was only a capacity of 25,000. But that was still a lot for the time, back in the 20s and 30s and 40s. When the New City Stadium was built, the capacity was 32,000, so it went up a little bit. And when it was dedicated in 1957, it was dedicated by Vice President Richard Nixon at the time, and Miss America was there. So it was a pretty big deal at the time. And then when Lombardi took over in the 60s, the early 60s, the stadium was raised to 38,000 in capacity. And by 1965, the Packers were wildly successful, and the stadium attendance was basically up to 50,000 seats at that point in 1965. Then it stayed like that for a while. By the 1990s, it was up to about 60,000. And then finally, within the last few years, they added a whole nother level to the south end zone stands, and now it's up to 80,750, which is huge. It's the third largest capacity stadium in the NFL. Many people don't realize that, but Lambeau Field is huge at this point. And since 1960, the Packers have sold out every game since 1960, and still going, obviously. There's still a long season ticket waiting list, so just something that was pretty unique. This one's in real good shape. Look, just really good shape. The cover is awesome. There is one page that is missing on the inside, but to me it's more of a display piece, so I was cool with that. So super happy to get that. And then the last thing is, I got a dog, which I can feel her down by my feet here. Bailey, come here. Bailey, come here. Come on. Here. All right. So this is Bailey. She is, really we're not sure what she is, but she's a rescue dog. And we know she's from Tennessee originally. And we adopted her like 5 days ago. So we're not 100% sure what she is. We're guessing maybe part Jack Russell Terrier, part some kind of hound or Australian Shepherd or something. We're not really sure, but she's a lot of fun and a lot of energy and super smart. So she's about 4 months old right now. And as many of you know, I did a video a few months back talking about we had lost our black lab, Leia. We've had her for 12 years. And that was really hard, and so it was finally time to get another family dog. So she's only 17 pounds now. I'm not sure how much bigger she's going to get, but she's kind of a cool dog. We like her. What do you think, Bailey? Say hello. Nah. She enjoys chewing things in the back, mostly the kids' gloves and their toys. So there you go. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. And again, I'm honored to be part of the YouTube Hall of Fame. Some great channels, great people, and hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week. Also made a relatively big pickup just a few hours ago, and I look forward to doing that video. Hopefully it'll come in within a few days here. And some of you know what that is already. It's definitely a big pickup, so you might want to stay tuned. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.